Hello there, this is your boy Tito Pabs, and we are back with another video regarding RC crawlers, specifically the TRX4. In this video, we changed the stock coil springs of the TRX4 from the natural color ones and the green ones to the white ones, which has a .30 spring rate. We changed the springs of our TRX4 to a softer set. Softer spring rates would make our suspension system quicker to respond to whatever it is that we are driving through. And on top of that, we also changed the oil inside our TRX4, the GTS shocks of our TRX4, to a lighter weight shock oil. We are using the Team Associated Silicon Shock Fluid. So 20 weight is the magic number that we are looking for. So before we proceed with the video, please do not forget to subscribe with notifications on in order for you not to miss any of our upcoming videos soon. Please also consider liking and sharing this video to your friends para lumaki yung channel natin. And without further ado, let's proceed with the video. Alright, so just a quick disclaimer. So this is something that I'm entirely not an expert of. The reason why I just selected the parts and the oil that we are using for this upgrade is because I've seen videos of other YouTubers using this specific oil weight, and also the shock spring rate is something that is commonly used by other YouTubers, and I've seen the results. So by the way, the part number is 8043. That is again for the white striped .30 spring rate for the TRX4. Right now, I'm still learning the ins and outs of shock tuning, and honestly, a lot of things regarding RCing, which is fine, which is cool, I guess, because I love discovering things, especially when it comes to the things that I am really passionate about. So yeah, I guess we'll see how this upgrade pans out, if it will improve the way our TRX4 drives. Because the problem with the TRX4 is that it has great shocks, but the spring rate and the oil, the stock oil that the shock has, is a little bit on the stiff side. So more often than not, the shocks are not able to activate quick enough to somehow conform with the terrain or the obstacles that you are driving onto, I should say. So right here, you're able to see that it is really easy to install this upgrade. All you need to do is to remove all 4 tires, obviously. And then it's just a matter of removing the 2mm hex screws that holds the shock. I found that the easiest way to do this is just to remove the bottom screw that holds the shocks in place. From there, you're already able to access the bottom part of the shocks. From there, you can remove the retaining ring of the coil spring, and from there you'd be able to, of course, detach the stock springs from your TRX4 shocks. And from there, it's just a matter of installing the new springs to the shocks, and of course reinstalling the shock and the hex screws back in place. All right, so this is a back and forth comparison of the stock springs of the TRX4 with the 20 weight shock fluid already inside the shocks and the .30 springs that we just installed. So from here, it is obvious that the .30 spring rate is able to give us more give. It tends to lessen the quote and unquote bounciness of the truck, so it is more supple. So our shocks are now able to take bumps much better because the .30 rate springs allows our shocks to respond quicker to the unevenness of the terrain we are driving onto. So we still have the stock springs on this footage right here, but in just a few, we will have a montage that will showcase the real-world performance of the TRX4 shocks with the .30 springs. So I hope you enjoyed that short montage as much as I enjoyed making it. There's just that magical, almost magical feeling of watching the shocks with this new spring, the lighter spring, while driving through rocks. It is oddly satisfying. So is this purchase worth it? I would say 100% yes. Not only that, it adds to the scale look of the vehicle whenever the truck is moving. It is now also more responsive, quicker to react, which is nice. So there's just one caveat. If you are planning to take this route, the TRX4, or I think this is true across all of the crawler RCs, your vehicle, your truck, might experience a slight torque twist depending on the under chassis engineering of your crawler RC. In my case, in my TRX4, I am now for the first time I'm able to see that the tail end of my TRX4 after this modification. It is as if it is being planted by just a tiny bit. Something that I can really let go, because the amount of torque twist that I am able to see is, in my opinion, is something that is not too much. So it is between just right and trivial, I guess. So I think it would not affect much of the performance of my TRX4. If the torque twist will be too much for your liking, your options are you can go for a thicker or a heavier shock oil. Instead of using 20 weight, you might as well go back to the stock weight, which is around 30 weight. It would somehow ease or stop your truck from torque twisting whenever you try to accelerate. Or you can choose to leave the stock springs and perhaps just change the shock fluid with a lighter oil like a 20 or maybe even lower like a 15 weight. So the dampening will be much lighter, but you're still able to retain the stiffness of the stock shock springs. So we have reached the end of the video. I certainly hope that you enjoyed and learned something from this one. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of your Tito Pabs, please consider subscribing and do not forget to click that notification bell in order for you not to miss any of our upcoming videos, of course. And if you have questions regarding RCing, if you have any suggestions that might help me grow as an RC enthusiast, as a content creator in general, please do not forget to mention that down in our comment section. That would definitely help me and the channel, and I'd surely appreciate that. So this has been your Tito Pab saying stay down, stay round, have a great day, and bye-bye for now.